Hi everyone, thanks for joining today's session. We are excited to explore the Microsoft Power Platform. I'm here with Senior Technical Consultant Mr. Lucky Singh, who will talk us through the platform and show us how even a non developer can start building apps.
Yeah, hi Madhvi. Hi everyone. So, as you all know, that my name is Lucky, and today we are here to discuss about the Power Platform, how the Power Platform works, what are the things under the Power Platform, and we will see how to develop a normal Power App.
Thanks, Lucky. Let's begin at the top. What exactly is the Power Platform?
Yeah, that's a good question to start. So Power Platform basically is a kind of umbrella, you can say. Like Microsoft have a different kind of products, like in the Dynamics 365 is a umbrella and which have different sub products. Similarly, Microsoft introduced a Power Platform which involves four to five products: Power App, Power Automate, Power BI, Power Virtual Agents, and Power Pages. So all these are interconnected to each other, and you know very flexible to integrate with any other third party software with lot of inbuilt connectors available in that. So this is all about the Power Platform.
The next question.
Yeah, sure.
So my next question is, you mentioned Power Apps about the Power Apps. Can you break down the types available?
Yeah, actually, Power App have two major types and one more type. Like one is Canvas app and other is model driven app. Canvas is having a full control on a developer, on a builder who can build it from the scratch. And model driven is basically a data driven. We do not have much control on the UI or front end. However, the data is linked to each other, the UI shapes accordingly. And the Power Pages is a kind of a website designing or a portal. We can design vendor portal, customer portal, student portal with that. So these are the three different types. Yeah, next question.
Okay. Okay. So my next question is, till the time all the things are clear. Now, could you show us how a beginner can start building a simple app?
Yeah, sure. So I'll share my screen and show you how the different methods now, because we have AI as well. So let me just walk you through it. I hope my screen is visible.
Yeah, this is visible.
Okay. So this is how the Power App development environment looks like. We can directly log into this make.powerapps.com by either if you are a customer to Microsoft, you have a Microsoft domain ID, and if you are not a customer, you can enable the trial environment for that. So let me just walk you through how this development environment is. We have a home section here. Now we have also have the AI virtual agents. We can give the command to AI and they will build the app accordingly to our business needs or the problems that we are facing. But I'll just show you how we can also create the Power Apps using the templates. Microsoft provides so many templates. Like suppose I click to the template, we have multiple templates here like Power App training for office, shout outs, onboarding task, book a room, leave request, service desk, and so on. Let's suppose take an example. I want to have an app where our employee can request for the leaves. I'll just click this template and I'll give it to my name something, my employee leave. And we can also provide how the format will be like the tablet or mobile app. When we click next, it will actually auto create based on the templates provided. The pre-data, the demonstration data will be there. Let's wait for it. See, now because it is a pre-built template, we can just see how Microsoft has created. There is a one employee login and the manager login. I can click on the employee login. They have provided my leave balance, company holidays, about, logout, vacation. We can request for the vacation leave from date to date and so on and submit the request. So this is a template. Currently, there is no data is being stored here. It's just a demonstration purpose, but you can see how the screens are created, how the icons are there. So we can use if we want to use any standard template, or we can also create our own templates or own app from the scratch. This is one example. Now I will show you how we can create our customized one. Suppose I want to create from the data. We have the data verse here to store the data. Suppose there is an account table. Account table is equivalent to customer table. When I click it on that, it will automatically create a relatable page for that particular entity that I selected, the table. See, so in the dataverse, there are some demo database as well. We will show it here. This is the page automatically created, and this is the gallery actually. It is actually loading right now, and we can also play it based on that. Now, many people can ask, this is a template and this is a, dataverse table that we are use. Now I'll tell you how we can connect the business central to it as well. We have an
Yeah.
option here to add a new screen. Suppose I want to have a kind of this screen, and also I want to add the data source to it like this. First, we will have to add a display matrix, or we can say gallery. Now I can select the data source here. Data source will be from the Business Central connector. We have lot of connectors available in the Power App. Now I'll select the Business Central here. And this account is actually linked to my Business Central. So it will pop up the standard APIs that are available. I will select the company for which company I want to connect in the Business Central. And whatever the standard APIs are available from the Microsoft, it will list out here. We can select whatever we need to involve in this app. See, all these are the standard APIs provided by Microsoft in the Business Central. We can create our own APIs in the Business Central, and that also will be listed here. Like suppose I want to create this for contact.
Or and on or for on premises.
Yeah, actually on premises have a different way to connect. It cannot directly connect to in a way that we connected with the, on cloud. We have to set up a gateway to connect the SQL of that on-prem, then only we can connect it. And it is only in a preview mode right now. It's not in, live, because Microsoft is going to, suspend the on-premise version. So they are not promoting it that much. They are cloud centric as of now. Now, this is a very, old way when a developer or anyone who develop the Power App like that. I'll just give you a magical trick to create all these things for a end user perspective. What AI I was talking about. See, this is an AI. Suppose I have a scenario like a employee want to, book the expenses for a travel expenses, and we want that Power App to be, record that data. So I'll describe my problem that create a Power App to book employee travel expenses. expenses, right? And I'll just give this command to AI agent, and this will create the roadmap. It will analyze my problem, provide the solution. See, it start working. He's creating the flow diagram, how the requirement is, and what should be the process flow. It also describe here like user requirement. As a user, I need submit a travel expense request so that I can get approval from for my trip, view the status, correct, and receive notifications like email notifications would be there, approval would be there, and I will also able to upload the receipts also, whatever the bill payments I need to reimburse from the company, edit my travel expense, and it would have a approval mechanism of also for a finance administrator. See how easy it is to develop a power app for a non-developer. We just give a command in English, and this is generating all the flow, all the screens. Just it is just taking some time, and yeah, we need to just mark it looks good. Once I mark it as a looks good, it will go to next level, created a flow diagram like that, and we also created the data model. Like there must be a table of employee, a table of travel expense request, a table of expense category, receipt and approval. We didn't create anything, AI created. Now I click looks good, it will go to the next step. See,
So this is the
employee
AI
travel.
based solution.
Yeah, that's a totally AI based. We don't need any development here. It's actually no code now. It was little bit low code earlier. Now it is no code. Okay. Now if I go to this looks good and save my tables, it will create these tables that are available here in the data flow in the Dataverse, and we can use it in a Power App. Like see, save the item as a solution. It will create a new solution here. Travel expense booking. Let's see.
So this is very helpful for the end users
Yeah, actually,
and non-developers.
Microsoft has a vision to provide this power platform for end users only, because earlier, people create Android apps, web applications that are not dependent to Microsoft, right? And customers suffer due to the partner dependency. Now Microsoft provided an ecosystem where the end users, IT person or a smart person who can have a little bit tech knowledge, they can create these apps and they have full control over their tenant, not the partner tenant. So this will reduce the partner dependency, also reduce the coding structure. Now the AI is getting involved in everything. See, your table have been saved. To create and customize an object, just hand over it and select create. All the tables and everything has been created in the Dataverse. Now we can use this table and start our app to be developed, right? We can also add more technologies and more flows here. Like, see, for the email notification, AI use the flow, the Power Automate flow to send the emails when a expense is booked and a expense is approved and all of that. So it will also helpful to create the roadmap. We can also edit it as well. Like AI is just suggesting you that this should be a proper flow. You can also add your own customized thing here. You can edit these. You want to have one more approval here, you can add that as well. So all these things are like that. We can save this and let's check and go to our solution now.
One question,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
the email part. I'm curious about the email part. So the existing email ID will get a notification after this if we enable the email notification.
Yeah, actually, see, we are creating a employee master here. So whoever the employee who is going to book the expenses, obviously he will get the email, and who will be going to be the approver of that employee, they will get the email that your employee has booked an expense. And then when they approve their expenses, the employee will get notified like your expense entry has been approved. So you can go to this trip.
So the all the emails are existing in Power Apps or in the Business Central,
No, no, this
where
is
we store
totally
the
on
email
the,
address.
this is on the Power App actually. Like in the Power App, we have Dataverse to store the data. Actually, why the Dataverse is, Dataverse means Common Data Service, CDS. It was earlier known as CDS. Many company have different applications, like some are using Power Platform, sorry, not the Power Platform, obviously Power Android app, web app, Salesforce integration with Business Central. So there are multiple databases there, and Microsoft provided a common database service to take your data into Dataverse and build your apps, build your reporting, and create something that you need. Not to touch different databases. Take your data to a common place where you can start your apps and reporting part. Only that data that is needed for that particular segment or a particular report. It will also enhance your security to your main database, main ERP systems. So this is the main planning. But it is not mandatory to store data in database. We can directly connect the business central where the data will be stored and maintained in business central. We will just manipulate and view and do the operations in Power App. It is also possible. So, and not even in the business central, we can also connect FNO, SAP, any other third party software with that, SQL as well. That's how it is more flexible and see
So
in the
if we
Power.
have one more
Yeah,
question, so if we have existing employee in the Business Central, Power App will fetch the data from the Business Central, or we can create here the employee's detail and the approval ID details.
we have two way. Either we create a separate employee master in the database and we can sync from the business central to database. Also, we can do one thing. We can directly take the API of business central and use their employee master. We will not store it in database. Whatever they will add or delete in the business central, it will be reflected here directly. It will be a real time syncing, you can say, because it's a API based thing. We are not storing here. So whatever the business requirement is, we can do both. Storing the data in Dataverse also help to run the app offline, because if it is online and it is on API based and net connectivity goes, we cannot access the business central employee master here, right? So it is best practice to store the data in Dataverse, and if we are not in the internet connection, we can still do our expense entry and all these things. We can also check employee master and all. Offline mode is also available in that. Now,
Great.
how the system works in the Power App, whenever we create a Power App, the best practice is to create a solution. Actually involves multiple things, because our app can have flows, can have tables, can have multiple apps. So see, this is a solution looks like. Uh, our AI has created these 5 tables in Dataverse: approval, employee expense category, receipt, and travel expense and request. Also, it has a plan that AI has generated, data workspace. These are a little bit technical things. Now we can create a app based on the tables that we have created. If I go to app, I have now see 3 options that I told you that there are 3 type of Power Apps available: Canvas, model driven, and page. Page is different thing. Model driven is we have data structure available. We just need to fit it into a app. We cannot change the layout and as many things like coloring. We can place anywhere the button. It's not like that. In Canvas, we have full control. We have to design the front end very from the scratch, right? Like I'll give you an example with model driven now. Suppose a travel booking system. Model driven is also like if you have seen a CRM of Microsoft or FNO of Microsoft. It is a basically a similar kind of view. Now we can add the page here like a Dataverse table, because we already have the table in our system. We'll search travel. See, travel expense request that AI has created for us. We can click here. Also, I'll do every table whatever we have created in this, and expense category also. See, I have not built any layout. I have not built any page here. Based on the table linking, how one table is linked to another table, Microsoft have provided a provision of model driven app that it shapes automatically. We will play this. I'll have to save it. When you go to a Microsoft CRM or an FNO, na, you will see a similar kind of view. We can play it from here as well. See, these are the fields it created automatically, like what is the request date, what will be the total amount for my this expense, what is my employee name. It created sample data as well in employee master. What is the category? Category is transportation. See, AI is helping us with the demonstration data as well to help us understand how the app is built. This is the category it automatically created: the meals, miscellaneous, transportation, accommodation, entertainment, and all. Employee master is also created based on some certain data: employee name, email address, and phone number.
These are the sample data. We can edit it later, right?
Yes. Also, see, on the employee master, they have a related table of expense request. See, AI has created a linking between an expense request with the employee ID. So model driven automatically saves and created a related entry here. We don't provided any button here to have a related button for a travel expense request, right? It automatically created within a model driven. But if it is a Canvas app, we have to build everything from the scratch. There is no page, there is no button automatically created. We have to create it. Either we choose a template, pre-built template, and we just change the data source, then it can help us a little bit. So this is all. Uh, yeah,
You recommend the model driven concept, right?
yeah. As per the requirement. See, if the requirement is to have more of the UI changes, like a user want UI as per their specific requirement, that model driven cannot, fulfill there. And also, if we don't want to store the data in Dataverse and directly use the Business Central API or any third-party APIs, then model-driven will not help you out. Model-driven will only work when you are storing the data in Dataverse. That is the main concept. That is why it is model-driven. Model means data-driven, right?
Okay.
So how the data is linked to each other. The linking is very much important here. How you are connecting two tables with primary key, foreign keys, you know, that's how it will shape automatically. If you have provided a wrong linking, it will be obviously a wrong workflow there. We can also use JavaScript here to enhance the, workflow, to enhance the look and feel and all. We also have MVC control, PCF control, .NET we can use here to add in. Also, a liquid programming language is used here if you are a pro developer and want to enhance it a little bit. It has a business rules and business process flow to set the validations, like this amount cannot be greater than 50,000 of budget. How we can set this validation? We have business rules for that. We can set a business rule that the amount cannot gra- uh, you know uh, greater than
We can't
50,000 based
allow
on.
this.
Yeah, so all these things can be done with the business rules and all. So this is all about. I have given a overview how you can, or anyone who is not a developer can start creating Power Apps based on their requirement, either the model driven or Canvas or anything.
Based on their requirement.
Yeah. So you have any questions on that?
No, no, no.
Okay.
Yeah, you may continue.
Okay, so now we have created this app. We can also create multiple apps. Now I'll show you how the data is managed here. Like I show you, the Dataverse is the main platform here where the data is being stored. These are some inbuilt tables like a demo table. We can also create our custom tables. In custom, these tables are being marked as custom because AI has created this for us, right? The approval, employee expense entry, and we can go to this and check the data. See, so everything is in the same platform. In Business Central or any other ERP, how the things are, application is different and the database is different, right? We have
Right.
SQL to manage the data, but here we have the Dataverse within the Power App Obviously, this is also being stored in some Azure lakes or Azure database or something. But the provision Microsoft has provided a very user-friendly environment where no code, no, low code, no code is being used. We don't need technical expertise to see how our data is being stored, how we can directly edit this data as well from the dataverse directly. Obviously, there are some user permissions as well. We can set it. See, I just changed the name of that employee from this. But we have a admin center here. Like if I will show you now, we are talking about the Power Platform. So let me just show you how the admin platform is also. We can set the user permissions, who is a administrator user, who is a basic user. We can set about the roles and security here. Like we have environments. We have three environments here. We are here as well.
So we can design hierarchy based on the database.
Yes. In the users and permission, I can go to this users part and security roles as well. Like this is my user, and I can see what are the roles assigned to me. I am a basic user, I am an administrator, system administrator. That's why I can do anything. We have lot of inbuilt roles available, like only approval user, only app opener who can just open the app, can't do anything. We can have different roles as per our requirement, because our app can have a normal kind of user, a admin user, an approval user, and so many things. Like in Business Central, we have permissions set to control these. Here we have
Right.
user roles, manage security roles. So that's all from my side as of now. I explain how to you can start building apps. We can also, in future, we can have some customer requirement specific to demonstrate how we can develop that kind of apps. So anything, if you want to ask, you can ask me.
So my next question is, can Power Platform work with external system?
Yes, because we have different connectors available on around 3000 connector, if I am not wrong, we have available with SAP, Salesforce, any third party API with the REST API structure. Business Central is already SQL Server, Oracle Server. There are many. Like I have shown you when I was selecting the Business Central API, we are having lot of connectors options available there. We can connect it to SMTP emails, Office 365 emails, and so on. Microsoft has a big ecosystem. Whatever the Microsoft product is, it is directly linked with this, like SharePoint, Excel, whatever, Power App, Power BI, Flow, anything.
This
And
is
also,
in yeah.
yeah, we have AI hub here. I just skip it. Now because everything is AI based, we have AI models also. Like you have seen in Business Central OCR concept, right? OCR is something
Yeah.
in it reads the data from the PDF and fit it into the Business Central tables. We have
Like scanner.
these AI structures here. See, extract information from invoices, extract custom information from documents, predict the future outcomes from historical data. These are some pre-built data AI models. We can also train our custom AI models here, which can help us, our organization as an end user who can create these predict outcome. Like if I give an example, suppose you are in educational sector and based on the previous year data, 5 years, 3 years data, or like if we are talk about the current semester or current year, academic year, we can predict how many students are going to be perform well, how many the passing rate would be, how much percentage of student will going to be pass or fail, or average. We can predict it based on the previous data. This is how the AI can help in the organizations. Also, the if we have a provision like on the gatekeeper only scan the invoices and it will automatically fetch the data and put it into the Business Central or any other ERP. It can help you with that. So this is how AI is also, day by day getting dangerous as well as helpful for humans.
Okay. So, my next question is, uh, thanks. First of all, thanks for the insightful. Any final thoughts or learning resources?
Yeah, see, learning resources, if I talk about, we also have a learn process here in the Power app as well. We have some Microsoft Learn options available. There are some modules, videos, and everything available. Also, we have Microsoft Power Platform Community, where you can put your real life challenges and problems, and the experts will provide you help there, free of cost, obviously. And everyone is here to help you to make you self-dependent. And see, there are a lot of video tutorials also available. Now many different community leaders are also providing tutorials over the YouTube and all. There are many learning resources available over the internet.
It's will helpful for us, like a functional consultant. But this is also helpful for the functional consultant who are not a developer
Yeah.
and not from the any technical background.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for the very important sharing, and thanks for the detailed discussion and insights. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much. It was nice to discuss all these things.
So we can close the session for today.
Yeah, sure.
Thanks. Bye.
Okay, thank you.